All right, Ravens flock, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. I have to apologize for this. This video is coming out late. I've been trying to be as consistent as possible, but some days are more difficult than other days. So I'm going to try to get these out much earlier for you guys moving forward. But today was kind of a hectic day. Anyway, I'm not going to waste time. We want to get this done as quickly as possible. So let's get right into it. Ravens had their practice yet again today. And I got to say, this aspect of the offensive line committing these penalties have been a very frustrating thing to see. And it's been a very consistent thing at practice. And now we're starting to see consequences of making those mistakes. We talked about it yesterday, in which Harbaugh dismissed the offensive line that was committing all those penalties. Well, to kick things off for today's practice, that happened yet again. You had 2 false starts within the first 5 plays of practice for the 11-on-11 matchups for the first team offense. It got so bad with these false start penalties that Lamar Jackson got pissed off. He spiked the ball in frustration, and it was just frustration all around for Lamar and the offense early on in the day. The 2 that were responsible for some of those false starts were Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum. Stanley has had an issue with false starting a lot. It's something we've seen consistently with him, both in practice and in game, so that wasn't a good look. It got bad to the point where Harbaugh subbed out the entire offensive line and brought in the new offensive line to continue the drill. So again, it's a consistent thing we're seeing. If the offensive line keeps making this mistake, Harbaugh's going to take them out and bring in a new unit. So this is just something that has to get fixed. This offensive line can't keep making mistakes. I understand the difficulties that come with this situation because we already know, we've been told by Todd Monken himself, we are all aware that they are implementing new cadences to the offense. They're adding new things to the offense, a lot of pre-motions, a lot of pre-snap additions to this offense. These new cadences are getting our offensive linemen, and it's difficult to kind of match that because it's new compared to what they had been used to before. So I get the difficulty in adjusting, but at some point the adjustment has to be made. This cannot be a thing that continues. If this bleeds into the regular season, the Ravens are going to be one of the most penalized teams in football again. So something has to change, something has to improve, something has to get fixed because these type of penalties, they just kill drives. You can't go out there and the first thing you do is get moved back 5 yards because of a false start. And then all of a sudden you get a big play and it gets negated because somebody's holding on the offensive line. And then you got another play and it gets negated because somebody's ineligible down the field. Like, this is something that has to be fixed. They need to get it fixed. So I wanted to start with that. Penalties continue to be a problem. It was a problem throughout practice yet again, and it's something that just has to get fixed. We had a few people that did not practice today. Jair Alexander didn't practice. DeAndre Hopkins didn't practice. Both of them, they're fine. It was just one of those days where I guess they got the day off. Nothing serious with them. Kyle Hamilton, he's dealing with something minor, so they're keeping him out for now. Keaton Mitchell, he's a little bit banged up, so they're keeping him out for now. All those guys did not practice today. In terms of practice itself, it was pretty damn good. This was actually the best practice for the offense. Everybody was active. I'm not going to give you one name. I'm going to give you all the names. First of all, Lamar probably had his best practice of training camp so far. He was great today. But I'm going to give you all the names that were active. Everybody was active. Rashad Bateman was active. Tylan Wallace was active. Zay Flowers was active. Charlie Kolar was active, and Mark Andrews was active. They were active on 11s. They were active in the red zone. They were scoring. Charlie Kolar was finding himself in the end zone. Zay Flowers was active. Mark Andrews was active. Bateman was active. They were just making nice plays, nice catches, getting open in the secondary. The defense was just out there getting cooked in some of these plays. But again, it's to be expected. Like I said, there will be days where the offense dominates. There will be days where the defense dominates. You want to see both of that. It can't just be an entire training camp where the defense is just smoking the offense. You'd have a bit of a concern for the offense if they're getting cooked every single practice. But when it's more balanced, you have moments like this where the offense just takes over and they're the clear winners of practice. It's great to see. So yeah, Rashad Bateman, Tylan Wallace, Zay Flowers, Charlie Kolar, Mark Andrews were all active out there making plays. That is great to see. Another thing that was great to see was Tyler Loop. Tyler Loop was 12 of 13 from field goals in practice today. He missed one from around 45 yards. So again, It's just it's maintaining that level of consistency for him. But again, we know he has the capabilities. We know he has a strong leg. He can kick from any distance. We know what he's capable of. It's just about being consistent, stacking up that consistency in practice, and showcasing that on the field when it comes to game time situations. So yeah, another strong day for him. Hopefully he keeps it up. Other than that, not much to really speak on. Again, like I said, the defense was kind of getting cooked out there, but guys still made plays. Another good positive aspect, Ruben Lowry. Ruben Lowry has been very, very active in training camp. He has multiple interceptions. Today, he caught a pick. He got an interception off of Cooper Rush, who again probably had, I'm not gonna say it was a horrible day. It's probably similar to what he's been having all throughout training camp. Just up and down. Just some moments good, some moments bad. Some good throws from him, but some awful throws. And this was one of those moments where he just gets picked off. But Ruben Lowry, great from him. And we've been hearing about this guy. He's gonna make the roster. With the way he's been making plays consistently in practice, and we're constantly hearing his name, he's going to make this roster. At least I hope so. I really hope so. He's been fantastic, and the Ravens could obviously use the depth. So I hope he does make this roster, because we've been hearing a lot from him, and it's just great to see that for the most part. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a lot to talk about here for the defense. Like I said, this was an offensive day. They were cooking all day. These receivers were getting active. They were getting busy. It was all about the offense. Defense made some small plays here and there, some good stops here and there, but it was really more of an offensive day than a defensive day. And it's great to see that the offense was out there cooking. So it's a good aspect to see there. But that's pretty much it from practice. Rashad Bateman did speak with the media today, and it was some interesting things that he said. One, he spoke about Lamar Jackson's new level of vocal leadership, which again, Lamar has been getting vocal the last few years. Obviously, Lamar himself has talked about this. He's not really much of a vocal leader. He's more so of a lead by example, lead by how I play, and that's how he leads his team. But over the last, 3-4 years, Lamar has become a lot more vocal, and every year he's gotten more and more vocal. He was very vocal last year. This year has been the most vocal he's been, according to Rashad Bateman. He's been incredibly vocal. He's been trying to work with everybody. He's been vocal with the receivers, his tight ends, his offensive linemen. He wants everybody to be on the same page. He wants the chemistry to be where it needs to be, and it's great to see. He's been vocal with everybody. He's showcasing that vocal leadership to an even higher level, which is great to see, because obviously the pressure is on them this year to go win the Super Bowl. But it's just great to see Lamar continue to improve as a vocal leader, continue to showcase that new vocal leadership that he's developed over the last 3 to 4 years, and hopefully it will pay off by these guys being able to execute in key situations. Them putting in the work now should be able to help them out in those key situations during the regular season and during the postseason. So hopefully it works out that way. He also talked about Faalele, because they actually were roommates in college, and he's been impressed by how far Faalele has come and the improvement that he has showcased. So take that information however you will. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. Not too much to really talk about practice today. I believe they do have a practice tomorrow, so we will be here to cover that. Hopefully, I'll get it out a lot more earlier. It's just a lot of stuff's going on right now. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to really, share a lot of that personal stuff, but a lot of stuff's been going on. So I've been trying to manage this all and just see how things go. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, even though it's about to be midnight. I'm really cutting it close with this one. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Be sure to stay safe, and peace out.